Hi, it's Amanda, the Nail Polish Hound, and today I'm going to be mixing my own nail polishes using this Danglefoot Nail Polish DIY polish kit. I was lucky enough to get this for Christmas, but I've only just got round to using it, so if you'd like to see what polishes I make, just keep watching. In the kit you got 3 of these little mixing tubs, 3 spatulas to mix the polish with, 4 swatch sticks so that you can test out your creations, and then you got 1 clear base, 1 red base and 1 deep bluey purple colour, a tub of multi-chrome pigment, a tub of metallic green pigment, a tub of red to gold flakes, some shimmer, some lovely fine hollow, some iridescent microflakes, and a thermal pigment. So for the first polish I decided to use the green metallic pigment, the thermal pigment and the clear suspension base. And if anyone knows how to tip polish out of a bottle, please let me know. I thought this one was being difficult until I tried the other ones later on. If you drop one on the floor accidentally, the polish goes everywhere, but when you want it to come out of the bottle, it's having none of it. So as you can see, I tried shaking it some more. Eventually I ended up tapping it on the bottom of the bottle like you do tomato ketchup to try and get it to get out. I'm clearly missing a technique here. So anyway, as you can see, there was an awful lot of this going on, and sometime later and a lot more shaking, we eventually got the product out of the bottle. So having no idea at all what I was doing, I decided to just try spooning in what I thought was a reasonable amount of pigment, just guessing really, using one of those swatch sticks to help get it out of the pot. And the same thing with the thermal pigment. And then the fun bit, mixing it all up together. Did give it a really good mix. And it looked pretty good to me. So I had a go at swatching it. And complete beginner's luck, with 2 coats, this one looked absolutely beautiful. And then came the really nerve-wracking bit. I've got to get the polish back in the bottle. I've seen this done so many times on videos, but it was quite nerve-wracking how quickly it came out. But I managed to get it all into the bottle in one go, and I didn't spill anything. I was so pleased with myself. And of course, not wanting to lose any of that precious polish, I used the mixing stick just to scrape out the tub and get as much as possible as I could into the bottle. So there you have polish number 1, a green metallic thermal polish. If you want to see it transition, I've got some footage of that at the end of the video. Alright, moving on to polish number 2, I decided to use those red to gold flakes with the red base. And again, but even more difficult this time, was trying to get the polish out of the bottle. Thought the first one was hard, but the coloured bases were even harder. Anyway, you get the gist of how difficult this was. Let's move on. So for this one, I decided to throw caution to the wind, and as I was only adding one thing, I put all of the flakes into the mix. Gave it a really good mix together. And I was really already liking the way that this one was looking, just as it is, nice and simple. That red with the flakes in it I think is really, really pretty. So I decided to leave it alone and not put anything else into this one. So here we are giving it a swatch to try it out. And again, so pleased with how this one turned out. It definitely needed the 2 coats, but was completely opaque in 2 coats with no patchiness. Lovely smooth formula, which I can take obviously no credit for. This is all down to the base prepared by Danglefoot Nail Polish. So there it is. Beautiful. And then of course, back to the scary bit, getting it into the bottle again. There it goes. Is she going to get it all in one go? Just scraping out again what was in the mixing tub so that I get as much of the polish as possible. There you go, it's all in the bottle, no spillages. There we have polish number 2. And finally polish number 3, that deep purple base, and I decided to add the shimmer, the iridescent flakes, and of course the hollow. But first of all, of course, got to get that polish out of the bottle. Then for the mix, I put in all of the hollow. Of course, you know I love my hollow nail polish. So that all went in. And then I put in about half of the shimmer. And half of the iridescent flakes. And then gave that one a mix to see how it looked. I didn't want to add too much to this one in case I made it too thick. So I gave it a mix to try it. And it was looking quite nice, but it was still fairly thin. So I added a little bit more of the shimmer and some more of those micro flakes. I tried adding a little bit more hollow too, but there was practically nothing left in the pot. Gave it another mix, and when I looked at it this time, the consistency felt good and I really liked the finish, so that was polish number 3. But could she be lucky enough to get it into the bottle again without spilling any, I hear you ask? Well, I don't know if it was beginner's luck or I have a bit of a knack for this. It was still as scary as it was the first time, but it all went into the bottle. And again, of course, wanting to make sure that I got every single last little drop, I scraped out the rest of the polish and made sure it all went into the bottle. So here it is being swatched. I think this one could possibly be a one coater on the nail. I have to wait and see. It looked like it might be on the swatch stick, but I haven't worn it yet, so I can't be certain. So there we go, polish number 3. But of course I couldn't keep calling them polish number 1, 2 and 3, so I had to come up with some names for them. So the red one I decided to call Elegance because it reminded me of a beautiful red velvet dress. The purple one I called Caboodle because it's got everything in it. And the green thermal I called Claire's Surprise because it was a surprise birthday present for Claire Gray. And here it is transitioning. This is what it looks like cold. And this is what it looks like hot. And then what it looks like half and half. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video of me making my polishes. I certainly enjoyed making them, and I will be buying another one of these kits if I come across one. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.